Om Shanti to all. Everybody can hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's start the session. Come into the sitting posture. Keep your back, neck straight, align, relax, and be comfortable. Go into your posture and gently close your eyes. Bring the awareness towards your natural breath, how the breath going on, how you inhale and how you exhale. Now very slowly take a deep, prolonged, slow inhalation, deep, prolonged, slow exhalation. Now prepare yourself for the 3-time I'm chanting along with Shanti. Inhale for the Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Feel the vibration, feel the sensation. Join your both palm, rub your palm. Place on your eyes. Feel the warmness. Very slowly while blinking, looking at your palm. Gently open up your eyes with a great smile and say Om Shanti. Om Shanti. So, so in previous session, we talked about the food according to the three dosha. Now, till here, any doubt? Whatever we did in the Ayurveda, because today it's from today we're gonna start the therapy. The therapy session we're gonna start. So in the Ayurveda, anybody has any doubt till here? Whatever we discuss in the class. Very good, no doubt. So today topic is yoga therapy. So this is very important topic. Now yoga therapy, the very new word. It's not very old or ancient word. Yoga therapy. I think 1970s, they started using the coinage of this word yoga therapy. And yoga plus therapy, it means yoga use as a tool of the treatment. Yoga start use as a tool of the therapeutic. Okay, so and it started in the France, very first time. The doctor, the very famous doctor, the French doctor, Dr. Bernard Oriol, he started using this word yoga therapy, and he's the psychiatrist, and he used this yoga, the part of the yoga, that is the meditation part of the yoga, he used for the treatment of the people who are having the mental disorder. So in 19th century somewhere, he started using yoga very first time as a, especially in the European countries, very first time it started using as a tool for therapy. Okay, so that's how. It's not the Indian made. Okay, we in India, it's not, we never use this word. Okay, and it's not very Asian word. Yoga therapy is very new word. So, but the yoga come from the Indian continent, right? But the therapy, the coinage of the word, the coinage, yoga therapy, it started from the France. Okay, so I'll write it down, the name of the doctor. So Doctor Bernard Oriel in 1970s. So, so credit go to the Dr. Bernard Oriel, right? So very first time he made this word. But as you know, in ancient time, we have the Ayurveda, we have the therapy session, right? Ayurveda, most of the part of the Ayurveda is coming from the yoga also, and yoga and Ayurveda is the two pillar of the this whole world, right? You, when we talked about the health, it means you have to follow the 50% of the Ayurveda and 50% of the yoga. You cannot just go on the path of the yoga and left the Ayurveda, or you can just only using the Ayurveda and not um, taking the any part of the yoga. It cannot be possible. They both are together. It's like more, it's like a wheel of the bicycle, front and the back wheel, and together you can ride the bicycle, right? You can come up with the prosperous and complete holistic approach towards, you can reach to the holistic approach towards the health, right? So together you required, right? Ayurveda plus yoga. So treatment is available, but yes, there's not particular word for that. And European countries given the word for that. Now many words are coming to the, even today generation, many new words are coming, but it's already there. It was there. The treatment was there, but there is no particular word. We use the yoga as a therapy. We use the Ayurveda as a therapy. Ayurveda is what? The therapy, right? But there's no particular word for it. But 1970s, we get the word, and then it's come as a yoga therapy. Okay. So again, yoga therapy, uh, understand yoga therapy here, it's not only the yoga, not only the therapy, but basically you're using the Ayurveda, yoga, and even the modern naturopathy is there. Homeopathy is there. Okay, Ayurvedic medicine somehow, it depend on the therapist. He want to use, he can use it. Tincture medicine, if he want to use, he can use it. Unani medicine and naturopathy, the help of the nature, he wants to use it, he has to use it. It means yoga therapy means all kind of branches, even allopathic. If yoga therapists understand that allopathic, if required somewhere, so he gonna give little bit, help of the allopathic also, but not too. He's not a doctor, right? Yoga therapist is not the doctor. Don't consider that he would be the doctor. No, he's not the Ayurvedic doctor. He's not the allopathic doctor. He's not nobody. He just use the tool, whatever the tool is provided to him, he gonna use as the therapy. That's the thing. So he become the mediator between you and between the nature. That's it. He gonna just give you the little bit support, little bit guidance. Okay, you have certain problems, go through that problems. Okay, he gonna analyze it and just guide you how to day-to-day activity you can, improvise, how you can improvise your health and how you come out from the problem. That's the solution given by the yoga therapist. Yoga therapist is not the doctor. He just use all the tools, whatever tools are available near to him, or whatever knowledge he's having, he just use it and work as a mediator between you and the treatment. That's it. Treatment is you. Are you getting it? Treatment is inside you. He just make you to aware about it. That's it. You're gonna heal by yourself. You're gonna heal by your effort. Yoga therapy does nothing. He doesn't give you the pills. Just by having the pills, your pain gonna go away. No, he will guide you how you're gonna maintain your lifestyle, what kind of procedure you have to take it, how you have to do all the things. That only the yoga therapist is gonna do. I'm like working the yoga therapist, and I know how it's very difficult for the whatever students and the patients I'm, meeting with them and guiding them. Very difficult. And believe me, they come at the end. It's so difficult. It's very difficult. Why? Because taking the pill is easy, right? Changing ourselves is so difficult. They want that, okay, just by some kind of miracle, they're gonna heal it. No, it's never gonna happen. Even I met those kind of people who tried all the treatment. Even I'm the also the, in earlier time I was facing certain problem. I use every method to cure myself, but it's like I couldn't. And then I seek the help of the yoga therapist. And that's, believe me, I come out from that deadly disease also. And that's how I move my intention. I awaken my interest towards the yoga therapy. And then I started studying about it and going into the deeper and deeper. So I have faced that problem. I know how difficult it is, because the the people who are seeking the help of the yoga therapist, they have tried everything and nothing is working on them. Then yoga therapy gonna work for you, believe me. Nothing gonna working for you, it means you required help of the yoga therapy. You went for the doctors, Ayurvedic doctor, many practitioner, everything you tried it, naturopathy, everything you tried it, but nothing is working. Then you required yoga therapist that time, because your mind is going here. You have seen everything. You know that now there's no way to heal myself.
Your voice is
Then there's a
breaking
one
in
door is
between.
open for you. That is a yoga. Okay, okay. Just I'll gonna stop my video. So let me see. Now it's better.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happened? So yoga therapists basically guide you, and then treatment is done by you. You gonna make yourself so strong. Daily you have to make the, follow the routine whatever is given by the yoga therapist, and the moderation of the diet. So yoga therapists include everything, that your diet, your lifestyle, your waking up time, your eating time, your eating habit, your sleeping habit, everything gonna changed. And it's That's why it's become very difficult for the people who trying to take the help of the yoga therapist, and somehow they never, follow for the long term. And after 2 months, the moment they see that okay, they are getting a little bit better, and they stop doing it immediately, and then again the problem would not be cured properly. But yes, there's a little bit benefit come to them. But deeply, if we talked about it deeply, you have to come out from the you have to remove all the disease from the root. In that, you required for longer period. It's not the 1 day, 2 day, or 1 month treatment. Minimum 4 to 5 months you required. 4 to 5 months minimum, I'm saying. Depend person to person what kind of disease, what kind of problems they are having. Minimum that they required. uh, Now everybody can hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm visible to you. Voice and video both are okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, so this much you understand that how this yoga therapy is very difficult, right? You understand, you understand these concepts because you require strong determination to practice daily. That's why it's become very difficult. You have to change yourself. Basically, yoga therapies help
So
you to change, transform completely to you. So that's why it's become very difficult. Yeah, Ankar.
I have found out, right? This yoga therapy is given to only like people who are uh, suffering from something, or maybe someone want a good change or something, and then he their thoughts let supportive to my hectic life. I want yoga therapy. So can he do like that? Because I'm asking this from the reference that you talked. Like generally in our lifestyle also, right? When we are happy and everything is good, that time doing a change is easy. But when the problem comes and then we try to suddenly do a change, that time it's difficult. So as we understand that you have also talked about it, so suppose a person is actually kind of happy from his life. Sorry, not happy. What I'm saying is his schedule is hectic, but he don't want to do extreme meditation and kind of thing. He just want supportive things for his thing. So can he go for yoga therapy without doing extensive yoga things? And I just wanted to know about this.
Um, this question, I'm just about to answer it in the next what we gonna talk about it. But you asked earlier, so I'll gonna answer you these things. Just wait for a few seconds, and then you come to know that who gonna practice the yoga therapy. Okay, who gonna take this this biggest thing and implement it in their life? Who? So I'll come to that. Don't worry.
Okay, okay.
So okay, so now this much you understand that why, what kind of approach we are looking towards. It's here we are looking for towards the complete change, right? Complete transformation within yourself, your lifestyle, your even your waking time, your sleeping time, everything would be prescribed by the yoga therapist. And that's why it's become very difficult to follow up for longer period of time. People are, they are very lazy sometimes, and they don't want to follow, they don't like discipline that much. So yes, it make you more disciplined. Now the further write it down, I'll write it down for you. Five main pillars of the yoga therapy. Five main pillars of the yoga therapy. So I'll write it down for you first. Lifestyle, I think English words you can write it down. So lifestyle, one pillar. 5 main pillar of the yoga therapy: lifestyle, diet, relation with the others, third, physical activity, and fifth, emotional and spiritual health. One, lifestyle. Second, diet. Third, relationship with others. Fourth, physical activity. Fifth, emotional and spiritual health. These are the 5 main pillars of the yoga therapy. So if somebody wants to, improvise their lifestyle, yes, you require the yoga therapy. You want to improve your emotional and spiritual health, you require the yoga therapy. If you want to, control, moderate your diet, you require the yoga therapy. For physical activity, again, these are the part of the yoga therapy. So if any part you are looking for it, mental, physical, emotional or spiritual, any kind of you are looking, no matter what kind of goal you are having, you can practice the yoga therapy. It's for everyone, no matter which age group you belong to. You want to follow the healthy diet, yes, you require the yoga therapy, because half of the thing is coming from the Ayurveda, half of the things coming from the yoga. Everything is blend here. You can choose the, in from yoga you take the yama, niyamas, asan, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. All the 8 limbs are there. And Ayurveda 7,000 rules and regulation of the, which written by the Swami Vakbharji, we are also use those things. 7,000 rules, regulation of how one person, maintain his health and happy life. You can follow that thing also. So here everything is blend together. So all the people, no matter whatever your goal is, you can take the help of the yoga therapy. And next, write it down. The 3 perspective. I'll write it down for you. It's Sanskrit word. So 3 perspective is Shakti Karma, Shakti Karma, Chikitsa, Chikitsa Karma, then Adhyatma Karma. Shakti Karma. If you write it down, the pronunciation is first Shakti, Shakti karma. Shakti karma. Second is chikitsa. Chikitsa karma. Chikitsa karma or karma. Shakti karma or Shakti karma. Then adhyatma, adhyatma karma. So you can write it down in your phonetics. Shakti karma, chikitsa karma, adhyatma karma. These are the three, main perspective of the yoga therapy. So now who gonna, take the approach of the, who gonna come for the practicing the yoga therapy? So maybe your motto to get the muscular power, to strengthening your bones, strengthening your muscles, strengthening your jataragni, strengthening, you're looking for the physical, well-being. So Shakti karma, Shakti means muscular power here. It means where you require the strength, physical body strength. And yes, next level of the mental strength also, but physical strength. Even if you're looking for the physical strength, your muscles, your bones, your even digestive system, any kind of strength you are looking for it, that come into the part of the Shakti karma. So those people who are looking for these kind of things, they are using the yoga therapy as a Shakti karma. They're practicing the yoga therapy as a Shakti karma. Then second is a chikitsa. Chikitsa, you chikitsa means for treatment. Chikitsa means for if somebody having the any kind of problem, any disorder, mental, physiological, any kind of problem, psychological. So they have to use this yoga therapy as a tool of the treatment. They use as a treatment, and then they are following the path of the yoga therapy. So if you are sick, you have any kind of problem, you are again, you know, use the yoga therapy. So yoga therapy is ideal for you. Yoga therapy itself is saying chikitsa, the treatment, and why these, come into the how it's originated. It's originated to bring, to cure, to heal the surrounding. The main purpose of the yoga therapy to bring the, the health, prosperity, and happiness everywhere, not to you even, but to everywhere, to society. Because remember, and when we talked about the five pillar of the yoga therapy, one emotional. When a person is emotionally healthy, he would be socially healthy, and when socially healthy, he would be, a great. If you are physically healthy, mentally healthy, emotionally healthy, you are a becoming great being, and you would be the part of the society. So society will get the benefit of a great man. Everybody would be healthy, whole environment would be healthy if you are healthy. Are you understanding? When you are healthy, then everybody is gonna be healthy. So one by one, everybody gonna cured, everybody gonna healed by the yoga therapy. This is the great motto of the yoga therapy. The most important, aim of the yoga therapy, to bring the prosperity and happiness towards everyone, to everyone, even animals, planet, all the planets, all the animals, all the species of this planet. If the earth is cured, the whole world, whole universe would be cured. If earth gonna destroy, the other planets also gonna destroy. So because everything is linked, right? Everything is linked. So chikitsa, Chikitsa is not limited to here to your body, but in the broad sense to everyone, to the nature also. So this is the concept of the yoga therapy. The third, the last one, adhyatma, adhyatma karma. So chikitsa karma you are using for healing, for treatment. Now the people who are looking for the spiritual answer, who are looking for the ultimate goal, that is a moksha, again you're gonna use the yoga therapy because yoga is there. In yoga therapy there is a yoga. So how? First you're gonna make your muscles strong, you're gonna heal yourself, and then eventually you realized, I told you, Rogi can be a yogi. A Rogi can be a yogi. How? Because Rogi gonna realize what I'm doing. A rog, the pain, the suffering, move you towards the yoga. A happy and healthy person never gonna follow the path of the yoga. Have you seen? You are so happy and you come to the follow the path of the meditation, path of the sannyasa, path of this liberation. No, dear. If you are happy, you are not coming on that path. The pain, the suffering, the sickness, the illness which is inside you provoke you to go towards the vairagya, to detach yourself from the world, because rogue is the only method which you come to the towards yourself. आता है ना वैसे तो we are not aware about towards anything, but the moment there is a slightly pain, it's bring you very immediately to the present state. Yes or no? When there is a pain, you cannot go in the future, you cannot go into the past. Your mind is stuck to the present. I'm wrong? Yes or no? Pain is the source. The pain is the source of the path of the very first step towards to become the yogi, because it take you towards it, make you to live in the present. It poke you. Something is wrong, you have to correct, and you start seeing around you what I have done to my body, what I have done to this world, what I have done this thing. When people are dying, tremendous pain come to them, and then they realize their mistakes. A happy person cannot realize these things. A sleeping person cannot aware of these things. Suffering, pain are good. Sickness is good, because when you are sick, you are finding the cure, and yoga is a cure. Yoga therapy is a cure for everything. Not the physical or mental sickness, but the spiritual level you would be healed. So that's I'm talking about it. So if you think, oh, I get this problem, the problem you will get, you are getting it because you are unaware about it. To make you self-conscious, to make you aware about it, nature giving you pain, so you get the realization and you move towards the spiritual path. Named any yogi, all the yogi born with sickness, whether it's Ramdev, Sadhguruji, or the Lord Rama or Lord Buddha, they get the pain, the suffering in their life, and then they move, they have chosen the path of liberation. If they are happy, because this path is so difficult, so simple. I don't want that that you stuck your mind in the complexity, right? This is very simple path, but very difficult. Indeed, very difficult. So any doubt till here? Any difficulty? Everybody can hear me? Okay, my voice is clear, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so till here, no doubts, right? The concept is clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'll write it down few things. Tomorrow we're gonna talk about it. The main principle of the yoga therapy. So just I'm gonna write it down for you. First, write down the main principle of the yoga therapy, which is Yukta, Siksha, Bheda, Desha, Deha, Kala, Vritti, Shakti, and Marg. So these are the 8 pillars. It's not the Marga. It's not Mat. Correct it. That is not MATGA, is MARGA. So note it down. Pronunciation should be Yukta Siksha. You can write it down the phonetics also. Yukta Siksha, Bhed, Desh. So first Yukta Siksha, Bhed. Second Bhed. Third Desh. Deh. Fourth. Deha fourth. Fifth Kala. Sixth Vritti. Vritti. Seventh Shakti. Eighth Marg. Just write it down. Tomorrow class we're gonna discuss about it in detail. So I hope you understand the today's session that how the yoga therapy, originated, and the purpose of the yoga therapy, the pillars, 5 pillars, and who can practice the yoga therapy. Onkar, you get the answer, right?
Oh, yes, yes.
So today we're gonna end the session here. Still, after going through your previous note, if you get any doubt, any queries, you can ask me in tomorrow's session and keep practicing. Okay, so we're gonna end the session with the chanting one time Om and Shanti Shanti. Come into the sitting posture. Keep your back neck straight. Relax. Gently close your eyes. Take a deep, prolonged inhalation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale for the Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Feel the vibration, feel the sensation. Join your both palm, wrap your palm. Place on your eyes. Very slowly, while blinking, looking at your palm, gently open up your eyes. Greet each other, say namaste, Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you.
Mangal ho, meet you at the pranayam class. Bye bye.